Late last year, God Gave Me You became the 5th consecutive #1 hit for Blake Shelton and his 10th overall. Previously released by songwriter Dave Barnes, Blake heard the song on the radio and was inspired to propose to Miranda Lambert, who is now his wife. We caught up with Dave and the crew at an ASCAP party to celebrate that #1 song.
We are here at ASCAP today celebrating a #1 with Dave Barnes. How are you?
Good. Well, who's it for, do you know?
Oh, it is for you. The party is for you.
Did you like that? It's like a volleyball pitch to yourself.
This is your party. And Blake Shelton, of course, we all know, cut your song.
Yes.
Now, the story's interesting because you're a Christian artist and have written...
Well, sort of. Well, what's so funny, you set that up perfectly. That was really well done. You know, the funniest part of the story to me is that it was the first Christian single I'd ever done. You know, I've been playing for probably 8 years or so and had released in different formats, but I'd never done Christian before. And so that was what was so bizarre about it to me, was that he would hear the song that way, which was a sort of new ground for me. And that's what I think is so unique, because it's not, you know, it wasn't hot AC, which I've done, or AC or AAA or whatever, but it was this new format I'd never done, and that randomly, which, you know, I don't think he really listens to Christian music, but he was flipping through and heard it. So it's so weird, you know, it's just such a weird...
So it was meant to be, obviously.
It was in the stars.
Yes. And so basically the story for the viewers who haven't heard, Blake was riding in his truck, heard the song, and I guess it really made an impression on him and related to his life with Miranda, where he was at his life. I think I heard him say that in an interview. And the next thing you know, he asked his producer to record it. Is that how it happened?
That's it, yeah. That's what's so funny, is I was involved in none of it, which I love, because it makes it so not about me. You know what I mean? It's he liked the song and he decided to record it, and then I was sort of the guy on the side that was like, you know, the funniest thing is one of my dear friends works at Warner, and her name is Kelly Casciola, and Kelly was over one night eating dinner with my wife and I and said, hey, I got some crazy news. And so told me that he was thinking about it. She said, I know he loves the song, I think he might use it in his wedding, but I think he wants to record it. And I was like, how does he even know that song? And so that's when I heard the story, and then about a month later she was over again and was like, you know, he decided to record it, and then you know, not long after that, they decided to use it as the second single. So it was funny because it was just kind of, you know, so out of nowhere. And then she was kind of my inside information, you know, sliding the information under the door every now and then. I'd read it. It's good information, yeah.
You like those friends when they come over for dinner with that kind of news. Now, what about, I mean, so you've been singing for 8 years, and when did you write the song? You wrote it for your wife?
Yeah, wrote it for Annie a couple years ago, probably 2.5 years ago, maybe, two and a half years ago. And then I put it on my record, and then, God, that was 2 years ago. And then it sort of had the second life with Blake, so, you know, it's funny, and, you know, such a young song, it's had quite a lifetime already, you know. It makes it so cool, because it's like the song won as opposed to somebody that they knew like, oh yeah, we like this guy, you know.
Right,
it's kind of like
cutting a buddy's song, yeah, and the song found its way on its own.
Yes.
So, I mean, what's in store for you? Because you mentioned that you'd sang a lot of different genres of music, and this was your first Christian single?
Yeah. Yeah, so now I have a new record coming out in March, and we'll do a couple of different, I've done this with my records where I've released to, you know, like AAA, and then we'll have like a hot AC, and this time we're doing Christian again, just because it went so well. You know, God Gave Me You, for me, on Christian radio, did really well, which was really fun. So, yeah, you know, these days, I just love that anybody, you know, I'm always wanting anybody to have a shot at hearing music, and so it's fun when a new genre kind of comes in and goes, hey, we'll play that, you know. And in fact, what's funny is there's we talked to a radio station the other day that's a country station that wants to play the new single. You know,
it's great.
Yeah, so just those kind of things are so fun and random.
'Cause God gave me you for the ups and downs.
Looking back, realizing that it's not my fingerprints on it, but somebody else's.
We still have lots more ahead right here on Inside Music Row, so don't go away. We're heading downtown to a special showcase of new artists recently signed to the Bigger Picture Music Group. So make sure to come on back.